I used to tell everyone that I was going to become a doctor someday, but at 5 years old, I don't think I was ever truly serious. The idea of doctor sounded nice, but I didn't even know what they did or if I could do it. I just said it to sound cool. But the joke was on me because my little 5-year-old self predicted my big future. At 11 years old, when someone made a derogatory joke about someone I loved very dearly, saying they were on the spectrum and weird and unintelligent, my long, arduous 10-year-old dream of getting into medical school and becoming a doctor began. That day, I witnessed my loved one become a victim of condescension, and it was in those few words that my dream became serious. But I didn't even know where to begin. All I could do was work earnestly with what I was given and take each day step by step, learning and growing my skills to just be a good person. Unfortunately, where I lived, there weren't many physicians who looked like me growing up, and my connection to my culture and identity wasn't so strong back then. I was never confident that I could become a physician. It was a lot of thinking, it would be nice to become a doctor, never thinking, I will become a doctor one day. After all, Asian American women weren't represented in my experience of healthcare, so I didn't think I was good enough or smart enough to be a physician. It was an accumulation of negative thoughts that made me think I should pursue other professions, but the thought of becoming something other than a doctor uncomfortably made my skin crawl. I hated losing, and I didn't want to lose to myself. I wanted to become a physician, and even if I didn't know if I could do it, I believed in my intentions, and that carried me through. In school, I worked hard, studying hours and hours, branching out in the things I enjoyed doing. I put my all into everything I did. I got to college, participated in activities I loved, and continued to work hard with what was in my life at the time. It was in the various communities I was a part of and the many lessons I learned that I grew to love who I was. I was on the path to growing and improving my skills every day. And my confidence in becoming a physician never shined brighter than before. But then 2020 hit, and I think I faced the worst barrier of my dream. At the onset of COVID, I lost almost all sense of hope. My confidence was shattered. I loathed myself, hated everything. In that time of my life, I just unconsciously and silently suffered weight fluctuations, low self-esteem, severe isolation. My insecurities were just overbearingly loud. Even if I tried taking a step forward, somehow I would always find myself taking a few steps backwards. And the worst part was, I couldn't even pinpoint the reason why this was happening, or why I was feeling or thinking this way. I just thought, what was wrong with me? I never experienced this before, and I really couldn't talk about how I felt or what I was going through with anyone. All I could do was smile and laugh when I was with people, and then come home feeling lonely, exhausted, and drained, and then trying to sleep it off. I remember holding everything in for so long and trying to overcome this by myself that I could no longer hide it from my mom. I spent the longest FaceTime call crying and literally bawling with her, saying that I couldn't do it anymore. I wanted to give up on my dream, and it was the first time those words came out of my mouth. My negativity was winning, and I was ashamed that I was losing a hold on my dream. I was so scared of what she would think, but as tears rolled down my face, my mom could only show her gentle spirit and kind compassion. She told me that everything will be okay. Dream a new dream, find another passion, but whatever you do, make sure to pray to God about it because only He will guide you to where you need to be. Looking back, I know it took all her strength to hide her worry from me, but I did just what she said and spent more nights in the Adoration Chapel just talking with Jesus and writing in my journal about my days to Him. I was pulled out of that pit of hopelessness, and with time, lots of time, I regained my competitive fire and love for myself and others again. There was no way I could give up on my dream. I was reminded that I've worked too hard for me to just give up now. That period of my life was one of the worst, and I could feel myself tearing up just thinking about it again. It was an internal battle, and God definitely heard all the messy parts. But I'm glad I went through it because it built a stronger foundation for me to overcome any other barriers that came my way. Like the MCAT. That was not so fun. At the time, I focused too much on my extracurriculars that I forgot to focus on studying for this dream-determining examination. So a month and a half before my MCAT, I would literally study for hours without any breaks, and I didn't hang out with my friends and family. That time, I felt like becoming a doctor was maybe not worth it for all the struggle and brain pain I went through, but that feeling was instantly dead once I got to witness patient care interactions in person. In my shadowing experiences, there were so many memories of the doctors having such a visible impact on their patients' lives that my dream was pretty much secured at that point. Not only could I never give up on my dream, I wasn't going to let anything or anyone stop me from reaching my goal of getting into medical school, especially myself. It didn't matter how many negative thoughts I had. I just wanted to become a physician so badly. Then, the next barrier was my medical school application. Writing a personal statement on a dream I've had for almost my entire life, that seemed impossible. Application submissions opened in May, but here I was in July with 0 words on my Google document. It was hard getting the writing process started, but I wrote for a week straight, and my dear friends and mentors gave me feedback with my writing. I took their advice to heart, applied it, and made my application even stronger. And then I waited until secondaries came, but I just so badly procrastinated that I didn't submit my UAB secondary until September 28th. I think I might have been having really bad writer's block after writing a whole personal statement, but even as I pressed the submit button, I just couldn't help but scold myself and get upset with how I procrastinated so badly. I think everyone around me was telling me how I shouldn't have submitted it so late, that I was behind, that my chances of acceptance were getting slimmer with each week I wait. I was scared. But then, the best news came in my email October 10th. I got an interview invitation. What? I was so ecstatic that I cried. For once, I felt like I had a chance. Like I was finally in the running to become a doctor. I believed in myself more than I ever did, and I scheduled my interview for November 17th, my dear loved one's birthday, the one who inspired me to become a doctor at 11 years old. For some reason, leading up to my interview, I wasn't feeling so nervous as I thought I would be. I think it's because I've never wanted anything so badly in my life that I was confident I could convey my intentions and how passionately I wanted to become a doctor. I prepared for a couple days, but then the night before, I felt so completely nauseous. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling so nauseous. Like very nauseous. It's the day before the interview. At this point, I'm just gonna have to go in and be confident in who I am. Oh my gosh, I'm just feeling so nauseous. Like it's really bad. My gosh, I'm so nervous. I started getting annoyed at myself that I didn't do more to prepare, but it was what it was. I went in just being myself, hoping they'd like me. So I'm currently in the waiting room of my virtual interview for medical school. And I'm really nervous, but I'm really excited. I don't know. I'm just gonna be myself. I just finished my interview. I just finished. Yay. Now I'm just waiting to hear back. Probably they said mid-December is when I'm gonna hear back about med school. So I'm just gonna be waiting now. I hope I get in. I hope. Then it was admin season. A long period of waiting. I couldn't do anything more now other than wait in anticipation of what my fate was going to be, but that was really scary. All I could do was journal and pray for a peace in my mind, and God reminded me to remain hopeful. With lots of waiting, He eventually answered my prayers.
I just got to medical school.
Huh?
I just I was literally, okay, so I was driving, okay, and then I get a call from Birmingham. I didn't see the Twitter or anything, and then he was like, hello, Mrs. Sochrin. I was like, yeah, that's me. And then she was like, this is the wait, what is it? What is it? He was like, this is the Heersink School of Medicine. I'm here to offer you an M1 position. I don't really know. And then he's like, a bunch of emails. Yeah.
There was no way that just happened. I felt like I was in a haze. Did my dream just come true? I started gaslighting myself thinking I was dreaming, but my friend heard the phone call too.
Did I actually hear that right? Wait, no, wait, seriously!
No, that was real. That was very real.
Wait, I feel like that came out of nowhere.
No.
You know, it actually came out of nowhere.
That didn't come out of nowhere, but
wait, that happened like
that was real.
No, I still can't believe it. No, that's not real. That's not real.
You got
Was
it?
that real?
Yes.
It was real. I still don't think it hit me. My friend Joshua, who got accepted into dental school the same day, broke the news to our VSA community and posted on his Instagram story about my achievement. More people were finding out and sending congratulations. And I think it was the overwhelming amount of phone calls and messages that it started to hit me. My dream is becoming a reality.
I'm in the Target parking lot right now. And I think it's like 8 p.m. Now, like, a lot of people, like, a lot of my friends know. Oh my gosh, this is so surreal. It's starting to hit me. Oh my gosh, it's starting to hit me that I got into medical school and I'm gonna become a doctor. And I feel like all the hard work just really paid off. all the times I questioned whether medicine would be for me.
I'm so unbelievably happy. I've held onto this dream for half my life with the help of people who unconditionally support and love me, and I couldn't have done it without them. Thank you. I guess I also just want to say, for those who are going through this difficult journey, I believe in you, and I know you can do it, even if you don't think so yourself. All those times when I was stressed over whether I was good enough or where I wanted to quit and give up on my dream don't matter much to me now. They made this acceptance so real and so much more worth it that I wouldn't trade those lows for anything else. From this journey, I learned that when you stumble upon a roadblock, time will pass, and then you'll get to a stage of your life that was even better than what you could have imagined. Please don't give up on your dreams, because this feeling of accomplishment is so worth it. I'm going to become a doctor, and now it's time to get ready for medical school. And getting out is probably a lot harder than getting in, but I'm ready, and I'll look back on this memory when times get tough. Thank you to all the people who believed in me. I love you all so very much. Sincerely, Sarah.